You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network.
Yo, you in the mix. World's finest, man.
You are rocking with the hottest. Put your hands up for the boss. The mix master is live. Get ready.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball.
Always spitting that explosive fire.
More fire, more heat.
JBTHETICKET. Vegas Scoreboard Express.
Yes! Las Vegas.
Turn that shit
And all
up.
my sports bettors around the world, it's time to wake up and smell the money. Vegas Scoreboard Express is back. I'm your host of the Big Board, JB the Ticket. The NFL Week 3 preseason has been completed. And we are here to talk about it and tell you how to get ready for the new season. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to Vegas Scoreboard Express. Again, I'm your host and boss of the Big Board, JB the Ticket. Follow me on Instagram at JB the Ticket. Go to my website, VegasScoreboardExpress.com. You're going to be sure to find a lot of great deals, a lot of things that you can buy gifts for, and most importantly, things to keep cash in your pocket this coming NFL season. And most importantly, to watch these games, you got to go to Fubo TV. That's right. I'm giving you 7 days free, an extra 15% off. And the way you get it, you go to VegasScoreboardExpress.com or FuboTV.com/JB. 15% off your first month.
That's a low price.
You're not going to beat it. So again, talking about this NFL with my main man, Linwood Hard Rock Hamilton. He's going to be back in the studio with us. Also have his colleague and friend. Again, these guys are running Hard Rock Enterprises, going to be putting out some great material, some football training videos. You guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. I'm sure to have it on VSX for you. Ron, Third Down Bets. He is here with us again. You can follow him on Instagram at RaiderHawk1 to go over his picks and the highlights for the season. So with that being said, Ron, how you doing? Welcome back to VSX. This preseason, a lot of surprises. There's some teams that I didn't think were going to be that good. They are. And then there's some teams that I thought were going to be much better, and they're not. So let's jump a little bit into it for this particular structure. So with this going on right now, we're going to talk a little bit about that Detroit Lions. Again, that rotation number was 135 going out to Pittsburgh. Rotation number 136 lost the game. Of course, the Detroit Lions lost that game on the road. That is going to be 19-9, not getting you where you want to be in that respect, not getting you paid that money line. Pittsburgh, however, looking good on the defensive side of the ball, looking good on the offensive side of the ball. Covered that 5.5 spread. Again, the rotation number on the Pittsburgh Steelers was 136. So jumping over to the Detroit Lions, a team that's also looking very much like in its infancy again. New head coach, going with Jared Goff again this year. Their backup quarterbacks are not looking where I think they should be. So this is going to be a tough team if you want to bet to make money on, because right now I didn't see very much out of them in the preseason. And then today, a lot of fourth down and goal line fails. Just absolutely terrible. I'm telling you, a lot of anger in the sports book today. So, Ron, talk to me a little bit about it. What do the Detroit Lions have to do to be a viable team? Because right now, their win total is 6.5. Do you think they get anywhere near that? Go ahead.
Hey, hold on for a second now. Wait a minute for a second. You said people upset. I'm one of the ones upset because these guys look lost out there. You understand what I'm saying? They look really lost.
Now, I'm talking to Linwood, Hard Rock, Hamilton. He must have grabbed the right.
You talking to Hard Rock.
You guys know he used to be a pro wrestler, so he grabbed the mic.
I'm talking about putting that Rydell on people's behind. They look lost. The scheme, it doesn't even fit the personnel. The defensive line, come on, man. There ain't even no technique out there.
I mean, you're talking about a defensive line. That defensive line, they didn't get any sacks. I mean, you're talking about a team right now that realistically, if they're going to absolutely have any shot of winning any type of football games this year, that defensive line can't get blown up like that. I agree with what you're saying, Linwood. On the offensive side of the ball, and this question is for you, Ron, what are these guys going to do? You've got David Blau, a touchdown at the very end of the game, a little side pitch. I wouldn't put money on that. Going with Jared Goff, 6.5 wins. Is there any chance you can bet this team to put money in your pocket? Go ahead.
No, JB, you can't. I can't remember them having a running game since Barry Sanders. I think that's where it starts. They haven't had a good line for years. Can't run the ball, and all the pressure's on the quarterback every week to throw, and it's just not going to happen in the NFL. These players are too good. You have to have a scheme. You have to have a plan. You have to have the personnel to execute it, and they have none of the above right now in Detroit on the offensive side.
And I'm looking at this receiving core here. Again, they can't cut them all, going down to the 53-man roster this coming Tuesday. You're talking about 39 yards, 34 yards, 24 yards. You know what that means? A lot of dink and dunk. That ain't going to win tickets for you. It's going to pretty much kill your pockets. The Detroit Lions, 6.5. I'm telling you, stay off of them. Moving on to the next game, the Battle of New York. This was a game that I had a lot of fun watching. Shout out to my brother Joe up in heaven. I know you were trying to pull for those New York Giants and have God work on their side. But we were able to pull out that win with the New York Jets. Again, another fourth quarter comeback for the Jets, 31-27. Jets rotation number 134, and the New York Giants 133. So I'm talking about a team right now in the New York Jets, another team that last year absolutely terrible. This year they made some changes. They got this guy, Chris Drevler, man. Give this guy a shout out, man. He was balling all over the place, doing what he had to do, ringing it up, and actually got him the win. So the New York Jets, when you talk about this team coming back, their win total right now, let me take a look and see where the Jets are going to be this year. 7.5. Do you think they can get to that 8-win total? Because if they have any chance of doing that, they're going to have to rely on another quarterback, because their quarterback right now is the only guy not really playing. So let's talk a little bit about that. 2 backup quarterbacks. The new rookie quarterback isn't really nailing it down. New York Jets, what say ye going out of that AFC East?
I think more realistic, JB, we're looking at 7 wins. Zach Wilson's going to be the key. If he can hang in there and develop a little more this year. Last year he had a rough year. Didn't play much, got beat up real bad. If he can develop, I think they got a shot. Robert Saleh is a great coach. I really like the direction they're going in. They're well built. They have really well schemed offense, and the defense looks pretty tough. So I think the Jets could do it.
I do think they could do it, too. As far as the division winner, that AFC East wide open. Talking about the New England Patriots, losers on Friday to our hometown Las Vegas Raiders. So I think that's an open slot for them. If the New York Jets can stay strong and continue to play good football, I think they're going to be in another good position for it. A shocker. Talking a little bit about this game. This past Thursday, I was shocked to see it. San Francisco 49ers lost rotation number 107, 17-0 to the Houston Texans, rotation number 108. Talk about a dog pulling out that cover, covering by 19.5. San Francisco not getting too much done in the preseason. Talking about possibly starting Trey Lance over Jimmy Garoppolo. He's been in trade rumors, trying to get him out of there. I don't like betting teams that have front office problems. Talk to me a little bit about this situation in San Francisco, and then we'll come back to a short commercial break. Go ahead.
Trey Lance, I think he's going to develop. I don't think he's ready yet. I think this drama with Jimmy Garoppolo in the front office is really going to wind up hurting this team. They're a good team. They have a really good, solid defense. I just think offensively, this quarterback switching and keep going back and forth, and it's not good for an offense. It's not good for a football team. They're 2 different schemes, 2 different athletes. So I think they'd be better going off Garoppolo. Trey Lance can do it. I got to see more. I haven't seen enough of them yet.
San Francisco, 9.5 wins. Can they get there? Is that a ticket you can buy? Go ahead, and then we're going to commercial break.
I got the Niners at 9 wins.
9 wins. It looks like the hook is going to get you. JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Again, when I come back, got more from my main man, Linwood Hard Rock Hamilton. Going to be jumping into some of these defensive schemes, which teams you can put in your pocket to pay you. And, of course, Ron, third down, best bets. It's time to get the money. Vegas Scoreboard Express. You know what to do.
To the boss of the big boy, JB the Ticket.
This football season, stay in the game with Fubo TV. Over 100 live channels, including NFL Network, NBA TV, and FS1. Don't miss any of the action. Get 7 days free on us at VegasScoreboardExpress.com. Don't get cabled, get Fubo TV.